What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome to tutorial 13, and today I'll be going to talk about how to validate an attachment. Attachment means whenever someone is sending some message to our WhatsApp bot, so bot should validate the file attachment and give some response depending on the attachment. For example, there should be two conditions. First condition will be just check whether user attach some file or not. If user attach something, then go and check whether the file is in the correct format or not. And if user is not at all sending anything with the attachment, immediately it will do some like a message, send some message that you haven't attached something. So there could be two conditions. One, if user sends something, then what is going to happen, and if user is not going to send something, then what is going to happen. So this sort of things we'll be going to check that thing. So why I'm doing this thing, as I told you, that after we learn all the basic stuffs and everything, then our ultimate objective is try to create some sort of fully fledged bot. For example, banking bot, grocery item shopping bot, or restaurant table booking bot, or car booking, whatever. So for that you need to do this sort of thing. For example, if you want to buy some groceries or some supermarket, so you have to upload some sort of CSV file, and there in the CSV file you want to write the items which you want to order, and after that the bot will process the items and will send you some message that your order has been placed and you will get some delivery on the given date. So that will be in the backend part, but first bot should be capable or intelligent enough to read your CSV file or your file attachment. So that part I'll be going to do. And if you do not have this validation, for example, your requirement is user should always send some CSV file, but if someone is by mistake send some Excel file or PPT or whatever, so there should be some mishap within your system. So you should have these checkings there. So how to do that checking and how to achieve those things, I'll be going to teach this thing. So at the later part we'll join all these pieces together to create the fully fledged bot. So this tutorial I'll be going to talk about the validation part. Okay, so let's go to the next slide, which is the tutorial prerequisite. So I believe this is from the old slide, but again it is good idea to cover or things. Okay, so Twilio account definitely we need ngrok for kinetic web tunneling, and MongoDB Atlas or NDB. But in this tutorial I'll be not going to talk about MongoDB, but MongoDB is definitely required whenever you are going to deal with some sort of fully fledged bot. MongoDB, why MongoDB? There is no reason I'm using MongoDB, but if you guys can use any other DB, that is your own choice. Okay, and then this is the high level pictorial diagram of the data flow. So user phone, this is your phone or the end user phone, will send some message to the sandbox, means that Twilio number, and that message will go and check your written code. The code will be hosted any of the system. Right now I'm hosting my code in this local machine, and that will be publicly exposed via ngrok, and from there actually it will be back and forth communicated with the database to write something. But our case, I will be not going to talk about this DB for this specific tutorial. But if someone is watching our channel for last few months, they know that we have created already few bots, and where we pretty much use this DB. For example, we have created a coronavirus status tracker bot. So if you send some message to the bot with a specific country name, the bot will give you the answer that how many cases of coronavirus. So in that case we use this database connectivity. So it is a good idea to have this thing. But in this tutorial I'll not be going to talk about database. I'll be just going to cover these three boxes, this one, and this one. Okay, and what is the scenario for today's topic? So receive an incoming message with a text file. So there's some typo with a text file, and goal is validate user attached any file or not, and also check if the attached file is in correct format. So we'll be going to check if user is going to attach any file or not. If file attached, check the file format. If it is in the CSV format, respond something that your attachment is okay, and if it is not CSV, say something that your attachment is not okay. So I'll be going to develop this thing now. Okay, so without wasting much time, so let's move on to the coding part. So let me open my IDE. So it is set over here. So let me just increase the font a bit. Okay, so I have increased the font size, so it looks okay now. So first thing first, we'll import the modules from Flask, import Flask, and also we will be going to import request. Okay, and next thing will be from Twilio dot 2yaml dot messaging response import messaging response. Okay, and that's it. So if something else is required, we'll be going to use that, but for the timing this is fine. So next thing is that I'll be going to create our application name. So let's give a name, appbot equals to Flux. So this is actually Flux. If someone is not familiar with Flux, guys, please watch some documentation about Flask, or go ahead and do some learning on Flask, because this is very simple to learn. Okay, so next thing, I'll be going to create the I will going to write the decorator for this thing, appbot.route, and here this is going to be the path or the like URL where actually I'll be going to host my application, and methods will be going to so this will be going to get and post, right? That's it. So for this thing, I'll be going to write down the function. So it will be reply like this, and we'll do some return obvious thing, and it will be if underscore underscore name underscore underscore equals to underscore underscore main underscore underscore, then this, then appbot dot run, and we'll be going to write port equals to 5001. So that's it, our everything is done. So what we'll do now, we'll be going to now write down the actual coding. So I have created this function, and we'll see what is going to happen now. So first thing first, whenever some message comes, we need to check the user phone number, right? So okay, before doing that, let's print something that will be interesting thing. Request dot form. So what is request? Request is the request object when someone is sending some message to the bot. Okay, so what will happen now, whenever I'll be going to send some WhatsApp message to our WhatsApp bot, and we'll see what this thing is going to return. Okay, so I'll be going to do that part now. Okay, so let me run this thing now. Okay, so this is running. So let me check if my ngrok is running or not. My ngrok is running, but it is running actually in the wrong port. So let me terminate this thing. Okay, because this is running on 5000, so let me change this to 5000. Okay, so this is now running on port number, I believe this is running on port number 5000. So this is fine, this is fine. So let me check if my Twilio thing is properly placed or not. So let me check where I actually open my Twilio. Okay, so guys, as I told you, like if you are not familiar with the WhatsApp bots we have created, just go ahead to my series actually in channel Total Technology. You will find this thing, but this is not the complete tutorial. Actually I published the whole series in the Udemy, so if you search with my name Ronnie Das, you will get the full series. You can buy it from there as well. Okay, but this series is not completely over there, so I actually created the complete series for Udemy. So if you come to Twilio and just refresh this thing here, so let me refresh this thing. We'll check what is the sandbox address for me actually. Okay, so it is 63 something, so let me check. Okay, this is fine. So what I'll do now, I will go and check this thing. Like I'll try to send some message from this bot, from my number to the bot, and let me write okay. So let me do this thing, move. Okay, so this is fine. So what I'll do now, I'll try to send them some message from my number to the WhatsApp bot, and when I send something, so what will happen, so this will actually call this thing. This will actually call this URL, and when this URL is getting called, actually this URL is means calling this thing, and just because this is a generator object, decorator, just because it is decorated function with this thing, so immediately it will call this function. Okay, and when this is called this function, it will ultimately print this thing, and the request means the request object, whatever I'm sending the message, everything will become in the form of dictionary. So now I'll be going to talk about this thing and how to get or validate the file format or the attachment. I'll be going to teach now. So let's now try to send the message. Okay, this is my bot actually. So if you see here, so this is the bot number which I actually received from the Twilio sandbox. So let me just keep this thing here. So what I'll do now, I'll just try to send some message and I will check from here what this thing is going to return, the request object. It will be actually a dictionary object. So let me just write, hi, how are you? So I have run it. So let me check this thing here. See, I got this immutable dictionary object. Why immutable dictionary object? So request.form, you cannot change any element of this thing because this is immutable. So if you want to do some modification, you have to get this like key values in a different variable or separate variable, and after that you can do this change, but you cannot change anything in this dictionary. Okay, so this is the message seed. This is num media. So num media means how many attachment you have sent. So if this is 0 means I haven't done anything, and body means how are you. See, I got this thing. 2 means which number. This is the number of the bot to which I actually send. This is actually my number, the from, right? And so we got everything. So what I'll do now, I will try to create the different variables. So first thing is my number. So this is going to be request.form.get, just because this is a dictionary, and inside that I will put from. Okay, so next thing will be message underscore text. This is going to be the message body. So this is going to be something different. So we'll see what is the body actually message. Okay, so this is body actually. So this will be body. Okay, then what else? Then this number of media. Okay, so count underscore file. So this will be again going to be this one. Okay, that's it. Sorry, I put something else here. Okay, so now the thing is that I have to do some tweak as well. So actually I got this number from here actually. Okay, so I need to validate this thing. I have to change this thing. So I need only the number. So what will happen now? So I need to replace this with nothing. Okay, so I will check now that whether this is actually going to return all the things properly or not. So what I'll do, I'll just print number message underscore text and count. So it should return my number, then text, and the count. So count should be 0. So what I'll do now, I'll just terminate everything. I'll remove and I will run this thing again. So it is running. So let me just send something again. Hi, good morning. So I'll get the same thing in the console. So it sends count is not defined, just because I have written count file here, I just given count. So I always like do this sort of mistake, so it happens. Okay, let's run this thing again. Okay, let's try to do again. Hi, good morning. Okay, so see, I got this number, hi, good morning, and count is 0. So now we understood how to find if the attachment is there or not. So we'll check now. If count underscore file equals to colon 0. Why colon 0? This is a string actually, so that is why. Then or 1. So let's just 1. Okay, and we'll try to do this thing first, and then we'll create the next condition. Else and here we'll be going to create a message object, msg equals to messaging response. So it will be like this, and after that response equals to msg dot message. Will be going to attach the message body. So we will write you send, then we'll write body from, so it will be body message text from num, else str, sorry, we have to return this thing. So you know what I am doing. Actually I'm now going to return this response object. So str msg, okay, else if there is no file, it is you have not, so let's say you have not you have not attached anything. Okay, so that's it. So we'll check now actually when we send some message how the body is going to have. So if we send something with attachment, the body will have the file attachment name actually. Okay, so that is quite interesting. So I'm just doing this thing, so it's running. So I'll try to attach something now. So let me attach this CSV file, this big CSV file name. Okay, so let me attach this thing. So I've attached this thing. So we haven't delivered yet, so hopefully it will take some time. It got delivered, so it came. So see, now two more attribute came, media content type, see, text CSV, just because I've attached CSV file, and now you see num media is here, and the funny thing will be that the body will contain the name. So now what will return? You sent the file name from num. See, I got this thing. Sorry, it is saying you send message.txt. Why it actually came? I actually forgot to like do this thing as a f string, so that is why it is coming like this. Okay, so we have to remove, sorry, and then we have to run this thing again. Sorry, I actually forgot to put this thing as well, f string. So remove terminate. Okay, that's it. So let me run this thing again. Where is the WhatsApp? Where is my WhatsApp? Okay, here is the WhatsApp. So let's attach. Okay, see, I will receive the response now. Okay, see, you send CSV from this number, and I got the same thing here. The type is this, the number of media this. Okay, so and the body is this. So this is fine. So now I'll check if there is no attachment or not. So I will going to check my first validation. Okay, so if there is something, I am getting something. So what I'll do now, I will not going to put any attachment. Okay, see, you have not attached anything from this thing. So whenever file is attached, it is going to return the correct message, and when there is not attachment, so it is also going to return the correct thing. Okay, so now our ultimate objective is to check whether the user is sending the .csv file or not. Okay, so we'll do this thing now. So what I'll do now, I'll go here and I will check with another if condition. If so, if that is there, definitely we'll be having one file type, right? So I'll just take this thing, file underscore type equals to request dot form dot get, and inside that I'll put this thing. Okay, and if you write this thing, it will give this thing, complete this thing, but I need this thing only. Okay, so this should be split with this thing, and split is going to return the list, but I need the first element, so this will be 1. And after that I'll be going to write if file underscore type equals to CSV, then everything is fine, right? Then everything is fine. So I'll just slightly use send message.txt from this number. It's fine. Okay, so here actually I will change something else as well, and you attached file underscore type. Fine. So what will happen now? File type is there, it will write the file name from the body, it will number and the attachment. And if user like attach something different, right, else means the type is not CSV, it is going to return something else actually. So what attachment you have actually returned. So what I'll do, fine. So you send and you attach file this. So if there is your so I'll just put one extra line here. So I'll just put one extra line over here. Okay, valid attachment, and for this thing it will be invalid attachment. So guys, just try to understand this thing. When I attach something, it is going to check whether attachment is correct or not, and if the attachment is correct, it will say that valid attachment, and if attachment is not in the proper format, means in the CSV format, it will say invalid attachment or put something. And for the below part, we already did our testing, right? So everything is done, everything is as expected. So what I'll do, I will just try to like clear this thing. Okay, let me clear everything. Okay, so let me just make it a bit smaller. This is fine now. Okay, so what I'll do, and I don't need this thing written because we are already returning multiple times, so everything is fine. So let's run this thing. Terminate, remove. So first I'll do and check the negative thing, that there should not be any attachment. So what is going to return? So I got the return, you have not attached anything. So if there is no attachment, we are getting the expected answer. So now what I'll do, I'll just try to attach the CSV file only. So let's see how it is going to react now. So I got the expected answer, valid attachment. You sent this thing from this. Now I'll be going to send the invalid attachment, which is any file which is not in the .csv format. So let me attach some PNG file. Okay, so let's see how it is going to react now. So see, I got the response, invalid attachment. You set this PNG from this, and your attached PNG file. So there is some sentence building problem, and like this, and you send this, and you attached this file, So this is fine. This clear, terminate everything, build everything. Let me run this thing again without attachment. Looks okay. With invalid attachment, looks okay. Invalid attachment, fine. And now I'll be sending with valid attachment, CSV. right? Why I'm just doing with CSV? Because as I told you, I'll be going to create a grocery bot or some sort of bot which is going to read something from the user input and do some basics, so or do some operations. So that is why I'm doing this thing. So later part, when I'll be going to use machine learning libraries like OpenCV or some deep learning or Keras module, that time I'll be going to read directly from the image. For the thing is that if you are going to order something, you immediately take a photo from your smartphone and you just send it to WhatsApp. So your bot should be capable enough to understand or read the image file and convert this thing into text, and after that it should do some sort of operation. So that part is also there, but it will come after 2-3 months, not immediately. So first you have to learn and master these basics things from WhatsApp. Okay, so that's it guys. I believe this is the complete part of the series. So what I'll do now, I will just okay, so that's it. So let me just copy this thing. Oh yeah, so okay, so this is the tutorial. So let me just put the code here. Okay, okay, so okay guys, so I have uploaded the code as well here, but don't worry, I'll send this PowerPoint slide, and as well as I will also upload the GitHub repository. Okay, so that's it guys. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Please let me know if I have some sort of feedback, or you can email me directly, and we'll try to upload or create the next tutorial hopefully by today or tomorrow. So please stay tuned, keep watching our videos, keep learning with us. So hopefully one day you guys, all of you, will become master in this technology. So that's it guys, we'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice day.